Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Mel here from Southsideboystyle, bringing you another video yet on the Dodge Caravan 6.2 TE transmission with the 3.6 engine connected to it. I did a few videos on the transmission in the Dodge Caravan in regards to the shift solenoid that I had replaced in the transmission of my 2012 Dodge Caravan. And I appreciate all the views and all the likes and all the comments, and I've read every comment, and there is a lot of them. And a lot of people are, in a sense, condemning the transmissions that are in these Dodge Caravans between 2012 and 2016. Might be even in the 17, I'm not sure. But I know all of the Caravans that have the 3.6 engine and the 6.2 TE transmission connected to it. I've had 3 Caravans in the last 7 years, and I have never had any transmission problems. The only issue I've ever had was with this particular 2012 Dodge Caravan 3.6 engine with the 6.2 TE transmission, was a bad shift solenoid. Sorry guys, it's windy here today, but it is what it is. And I replaced that shift solenoid, and I made a video on how to do it. It's not a hard or difficult job. Basically, you take off the front pan on the transmission under the hood. You do it. You jack her up, or you put her on ramps or whatever. Or if you have a lift, you can put it on a lift. For me, I don't have a lift. I have ramps in my small garage. So I rode it up on a ramp, and I disconnected the battery, took out the air cooler box, and made my way down to the transmission. It's not the pan that's on the bottom of the transmission, it's the pan that's facing out towards the front of the vehicle. You just take out the 10mm bolts, the pan comes off, and you have to have something to catch the trans fluid that comes out of it. And then it's just a bolt to take out, one bolt and a plug, and the shift solenoid is right in front. As soon as you take off that pan, it's right there. You just unbolt it, unscrew it, put in the new solenoid switch, and bolt it back on, plug it in, clean up the pan, use RTV silicone, the black silicone, that's what I used, and put the pan back on. And of course, then you have these transmissions don't have a dipstick. Well, I made a video on how to check it, and I'll link it in this description. So basically what come out, but you don't even need to really check it. Basically what falls into the pan, just make sure you put new proper ATF fluid. I use mobile ATF, and put it back in. If you want, you can take the old fluid, pour it in a container, and measure it with the new fluid, then put the new fluid back in. Or you can watch my video on how to use your oil stick to check your transmission fluid. There's a chart, it's with Chrysler, and it's on a couple other websites, and I show you how to use that, and I'll put a link right in it. But anyways, that's that. The reason why I'm making this video today is because a lot of people are saying that the 6.2 TE transmissions that goes in these Chrysler vehicles that has the 3.6 engine, a lot of people are saying the transmissions are no good. You know, you can't condemn a transmission for a shift solenoid. That's a 2 or 3 hour job, and then you're fixed. The shift solenoid, I'll put a link in it down here. It's not very expensive. You can get it on Amazon. You can buy it in any automotive store that sells parts. You know, I guess a sensible automotive store. I don't know. But I'll put a link into where you can purchase one from Amazon for nice and cheap down in the description. That's where you'll find the link. So you can't condemn a transmission because of a shift solenoid. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Now, if the transmission was slipping through gears as you're driving and the transmission fluid smelled burny and looked dark and it was just causing problems, wouldn't go in reverse, taking a long time to go in drive, yes, then that's a failed or failing transmission. Then it's time to replace the transmission. It's not even worth trying to repair it. Just buy another used one with low kilometers. You can get them a half decent price, or, you know, bite the bullet and buy a new one. I wouldn't do that, especially for an older vehicle, but whatever. Some people might, right? But in regards to a shift solenoid, if you smell the fluid, and when you drain that pan and you look at the fluid, and if it's, you know, red and doesn't smell too bad. Now, all transmission fluid smells a little bit, especially if it got a few kilometers on it inside that transmission and been used. But if it looks red and it smells half decent, trust me, you'll know, because the fluid would be almost black and it would smell terrible, like burnt toast. That's almost kind of a way it smells if the transmission was actually, you know, getting bad or shot. But like, my opinion on these transmissions is one of the best I've had. Listen guys, look over my videos. I've had so many vehicles in my life, 50, 60 vehicles I've had, probably more. This is one of the best transmissions out there. Anybody that owns a Dodge Caravan, you put it in the comments. When you're starting off on a hill and you step that van down, that transmission goes through the gears beautifully. Doesn't miss a beat. It just glides through it. That 3.6 engine has the power to make that transmission just take it up there, up a hill, or whatever the case may be. When you stamp it down, you can feel those gears changing, and it does a great job, and that engine has the power to push it. So it's a good combo, the 3.6 with the 6.2 TE transmission, in my opinion. It's one of the best combos out there for, you know, for a lot of vehicles, for that they put the 3.6 and the 6.2 TE transmissions in. I have so many people make comments of when I start off, like if I'm going somewhere and I have to stop at a stop sign and I'm on a hill and I got to start off, I get so many comments from people saying like, wow, this transmission is so smooth, it just shifts through the gears and the van just goes. 80% of that's transmission, right? Engine just gives the power to push it, transmission sends it. So I wouldn't condemn a transmission. If you're planning on buying a Caravan and someone's telling you, well, you know, you gotta watch the transmission of those, I hear the stories about people saying lockup converter and stuff like that, and hard shifting between gears. I've never experienced none of it. People that I know that have Caravans, I know other taxi companies that uses Caravans, and they've never had any of those issues, but there has been issues with the shift solenoid. Now guys, for you guys that don't know what the symptoms are of a bad shift solenoid, this is basically it, okay? You're driving, you come to a complete stop, the van shudders, and the engine cuts off. And what's happening is that shift solenoid's getting plugged up, and when the van comes to a stop, she doesn't release herself from her first gear. You know, it's gearing down. You're gearing down, you're going to stop. By the time you get just before your stop, you're in first gear, and then unknowingly to you, because it's automatic, it shifts itself to some sort of a neutral, we'll say. But it's not a neutral, it's just a, I don't know what that gear is called, okay? But normally when you come to a stop, you stop and you got your foot on the brake and the engine's just idling, and when you want to go, you push the gas pedal and you go. That's the normal function of every vehicle, right? Well, when that shift solenoid starts to get bad, when you come to a complete stop, again, repeat myself, you guys make comments on me repeat myself, but it seems like sometimes I have to repeat myself because some people don't get it. When you come to a complete stop, you'll feel a shudder in the van, and it'll just cut off, and it'll like jolt forward a bit. It'll keep wanting to jolt forward because it's not releasing itself from its first gear. That's the shift solenoid. There is nothing else that will cause that in the 6.2 TE transmission. The only thing that causes that issue is that shift solenoid, and that's not way inside the transmission. That is Just underneath the hood, pop up the hood, remove the battery, remove the air filter system, and you can see the pan. You take off the little cover that's on it, and then you take off the pan. It's right in front, right there. 2.5 hours. Anybody with any knowledge of anything mechanical can do it. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is a lot, actually, I actually say. But, you know, taking your time and cleaning up the transmission pan and putting RTV on it and putting the pan back on. It has a little like a carpet casing that goes over the pan. You know, you got to put that one back on. You put your air intake back in, your battery back in, connect everything back up. It's not a hard job, guys. It's not a hard job. Now, please don't ask me how do you get the fluid out of the van. You don't need to. When you take the side pan off, take your top bolts off first, come down the sides, work your way down to the bottom of the pan. When you unscrew those bottom bolts on the pan, the fluid's just going to fall out. What wants to fall out? Remember, it's up on ramps, so it's kind of on an angle for people that use ramps at home. So the fluid is just going to fall out. As I said, monitor the fluid that's falling out, because that's the amount that you have to put back in. I don't recommend using the used fluid. Just put new back in it. It's probably going to be like 2.5 quarts. Sorry, not quarts. It's probably going to be like 2.5 liters of ATF fluid going back into it. And I'll put a link for that all in the description. Make sure you guys know what kind of fluid to put back in and everything else. I'm not showing you under the hood or nothing today. For one thing, I'm frozen. It's really cold here. But I have other videos, and I'm going to link the playlist for the Dodge Caravan also in this, so that you guys can look through those videos and you will see in depth all the information about them. So guys, I hope this helps, and I will see you on the next one.